I think it is a brilliant political maneuver by the president for several reasons.
Yes.
Number one, as you've clearly stated, I think by now we've established that the Kenya Kwanza coalition holds a majority in Parliament, both the National Assembly and the Senate, either by way of clear an outright majority and also by way of extension through working with the members of the Jubilee coalition from Mount Kenya, you know, the likes of the members from Mount Kenya who have decided they're going to work with the government. I think there are about 19, if
yes.
I remember correctly, from the Mount Kenya caucus. Then you've got elements in Nyanza, unexpectedly, the MDG party, you know, which is supposed to be Raila's stronghold. And so you do have members of parliament from perceived opposition areas who have already come out strongly to state that they're going to work with government. So by His Excellency Dr. Ruto, the President, saying, let's take this thing to Parliament, it's a political move because he then now does what pilots did several years back, as all our pastors will tell us on Sunday. You remember pilots washing his hands off the matter of the crucifixion of the Messiah and saying, the Sanhedrin will deal with it, it is off my hands. So for him, he now removes the responsibility from directly solving this situation, because it is a difficult situation. We are talking about the three issues that you've said. The issue of the IBC servers, that's a tricky question. We'll get back to it.
Yes.
And even more tricky is the issue of the rising cost of living. This is a global phenomenon. It's not happening in Kenya only. These are not issues that are easy for the president to handle. So he is taking it to Parliament, where it is safe to assume that he has a good chance of his point of view being followed through because of the majority that he enjoys. So as to whether there is a genuine interest in solving the issues and listening to the cries of Raila, the opposition, remains to be seen, because I think the president enjoys an upper hand in Parliament, and that is why he was very careful to shepherd it in that direction,
yes,
as opposed to a direct one-on-one negotiation where he would have been on equal footing with the opposition. Because, you know, if it's just Raila and the president and maybe a mediator, the advantage seems to have been lost, and it will have been on an equal footing. In Parliament, he enjoys an advantage. Secondly, if you look at the inner workings of Parliament as is prescribed by the House Business Committee and by the standing rules of Parliament, the procedures are very technical. And that is why Raila, in his response, decided to give them only 1 week, because you understand that some of the motions that are taken to Parliament can only be reintroduced to the floor for debate after a period of 3 months, after a period of 6 months. So if the proposals that Raila Odinga would take to Parliament about, you know, reconstitution of IBC and whatnot, if they are taken to the floor of the House and they're discussed, and the Kenya Kwanza wing of government shoots it down using the majority that they enjoy, then now you see the president and his people will say, look, we gave you a fair chance, you came to Parliament, your bill was shut down, then you need to wait. So by Raila giving them 1 week to solve the political impasse, what does this therefore mean? It means that we are going to see unprecedented we will have to see unprecedented procedure being put in place by the chairperson of the House Business Committee, who is, of course, the Speaker, Honorable Wetangula. He will need to put in deliberate measures all the way from today to ensure that all these issues are discussed in a timely and in an efficient manner.
Yeah.
I foresee Parliament being open for business from as early as 6 in the morning to 12 midnight. And they will need to dispense with some of these procedures that set maybe the timeline maybe being longer, and they need to bring things a bit faster, because they have literally 7 days to solve this. Otherwise, immediately after Easter Monday, if there's nothing happening, then
after that, we're going to get back to... Yes.
will happen on Tuesday.
Yes.
So that is where the challenge is at. What's going to happen in these 7 weeks? I think the chairperson of the House Business Committee, the Speaker, has a very important...
Very hard task, isn't it? Let me point you out to the positions that the Kenya Kwanza leaders now find.